Welcome back, one and all, to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. Last time, well, we made it, through the trial run, and, things did not go as anticipated. Now we are on a... No, I do not need to spend my karma right now. I have 2 karma points. Now we are on a run against Humanis Polyclub, the anti-meta-human hate group. Look, boss, I just wanted to thank you for bringing me along on this one. It means a lot. Don't sweat it. Even Shadowrunners have family. Alexander, he's a good kid, you know. I've been there for him. If I hadn't run off to Berlin, left him with his worthless sack of a dad, he'd never have fallen in with those Humanis pigs in the first place. Let's go find my nephew. Let's crack all the Humanis skulls we can along the way, huh? These fraggers have it coming in more ways than I can count. Alright. So we are going to try and help Dietrich find his nephew. Brought along Dietrich, Glory, and Blitz for this run. Let's talk to the food cart vendor. Matronly woman with a round face and kind eyes greets you. Her apron is caked with what looks like about a year's worth of grease. Guten Tag, what can I get you? That depends. What do you have? Well, today we have a soya-based currywurst for 5 new yen, or a soup and sandwich combo for 10. Good and simple stick-to-your-ribs food, perfect for a cold day like this. I'll take the soup and sandwich combo. That will be 10 new yen, please. She hands over a small cup of steaming soup and a sandwich. You take a quick bite and swig down some soup. It's powerful. Delicious, thank you. She favors you with a motherly smile. Sure thing, honey. The vendor pauses a moment, then steeples her pudgy fingers. We don't see many strangers down this end of the line. In case you hadn't noticed, things are a little run down out here. You weren't thinking of heading out past the wall, were you? As a matter of fact, I was. Well, it doesn't make any difference to me, but you better be careful out there. The people on the other side of the wall, well, they got no respect for anybody. Thank you for the warning. Best of luck. Take care of yourself. Oh, hey, a phone booth. I guess let's mess with the phone booth real quick. Searching the dead drop, you find a package with the telltale markings of the Schachenwell regarding Humanis. This is an open request for information on the current and past donors to the Humanis Polyclub. Identifying information such as home addresses and photographs is preferred. Presence of this hate group and its supporters will no longer be tolerated within our community. We will expose them to the harsh light of truth. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information. Okay. Try to find the Humanis donor list. Sounds like I made a good call bringing our Decker. Let's talk to the gatekeeper. Rough-looking dwarf with a fire plug build holds out his hand at your approach. Hold up, Trog. I don't know where you think you're headed, but you should turn around and go back the way you came. Tell you what, I'll look past the fact that you just insulted me if you step aside. A momentary look of confusion crosses the dwarf's face. Oh, hell, I'm sorry, I didn't mean nothing by it. Around these parts, Trog is, well, I guess you'd call it a term of endearment. Sort of an ironic thing. Crosses his arms over his barrel chest and cranes his neck to look you in the eye. Look, we're not trying to be hard asses here. Our job is to keep folks on that side of the wall out. If you really want to head out there, we're not going to stop you. But consider this a friendly warning. There's a reason why we're stationed here. There are gangs out there that skin you alive as soon as look at you. Look, I don't have a choice. I need to get out there. If I don't, some punk gangs are going to be the least of my problems. He shakes his head. All right, fine. If that's what you really want, we won't try to stop you. He gestures to the troll standing behind him. Let him by, Serge. Cool gas mask, bro. Absolute Berlin. Just zoom out a bit, see if we see anything interesting. Nothing terribly interesting over here, but let's take a look. Maybe there's... You know, we could take a look. Maybe it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Nope. Something tells me there's Maxime. The figure at the center of the group shoots you an insolent glance. His fine elvish features match Samuel's description. This must be Maxime, your smuggler liaison. Well, well, if it isn't the muscle that Tuck promised us. Look who it is, everybody. The new hires have elected to grace us with their presence. Nice of you to join us. He glances at the PDA on his wrist, then looks back up at you. When he speaks again, his voice is sharp and humorless. You're late, chummer. Yeah, sorry about that. I got held up at the wall. He lets out a theatrical sigh. Well, you come highly recommended, so I suppose I'll overlook it. As you've already pointed out, we're running late. Shouldn't we get moving? Yes, of course. Right you are. He slaps the side of a bulldog step van. Second van of the same design rumbles to life a few feet away. Pile in, people, and be ready. There's rough country between us and the meeting site. We might run into trouble along the way. Understood. "20 minutes into your trip, the van comes to a screeching halt. Maxim presses his face to the passenger window. From the mix of anger and dread on his face, you can tell he doesn't like what he sees. Damn it. I knew this was gonna happen. I fraggin' knew it. He cranes his neck around to look you in the eye. Everybody out of the van. Get ready, Griffin. We're gonna need some muscle in a second. As you take your position outside the van, you hear a shrill voice bark out an order. A pair of portable gun turrets begins to self-calibrate in response. Sweeping your gaze over the gangers assembled before you, you identify the owner of the voice, a leathery woman with wild hair and a mirthless smile. She calls out again, her voice brimming with pride. Hello out there! Welcome to Ramblock territory. Maxim licks his lips, his eyes scanning over the gangers' hastily assembled roadblock. This Kansas belongs to Surf Turf Slag, has for months. You better clear out of our way before they show up and force you out. Surf Turf? Those tunnel rats? They're ancient history. Go ahead and call them if you don't believe me. Her face twists into an ugly smile. Scream as loud as you want. They won't hear you. We buried them last week. Maxim's expression turns stony, but his voice remains calm. Congratulations on your victory. You must have taken some losses in the fight, though. I'm betting you're not at 100%. Why don't you let us cross the bridge in peace? No need for any bloodshed today. You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't need to fight. You just pay us a small toll, and we'll be more than happy to let you cross our bridge. I'm thinking, say, 500 Nuyen per van. Otherwise, you'd better find another way to get where you're going, because this bridge is ours, and nobody crosses without paying the toll. Nobody. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this does need to get violent. Maxim turns to you. Get ready to ventilate these people. We've got a schedule to keep. Look, let's be smart about this. Nobody wants a firefight today. Good. That's a real good idea, pal, the ganger boss jeers at Maxim. See that? Your muscle is smarter than you are. You should put him in charge. Maxim wheels around to face you, his face a mask of fury. His voice explodes out in a harsh whisper. Quiet the frag down. You don't speak for me, and you don't speak for this organization. I know what I'm doing. Let me speak. Do it, but you better not frag this up. Dietrich leans forward to whisper in your ear. His ubiquitous smile has disappeared. It's a waste of time, boss. Let me fry these sons of bitches so we can get back on task. Nope. Yep. We're out. Fall back in line. Yeah, we've got you covered. Good. Take him down, boys. Open fire. Negotiations failed. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Of course they pick on the troll first. Ha! It's nice to have a grenade launcher on my side for once. Iger would come in handy right around now. But that's alright. I want to hold on to my grenades, I think. Killing hands, maybe? Can I... Alright, that takes care of the threat that I was seeing. So let's see here. Put you there. Spray and pray? Aimed burst. Get that ganger mage. Killing hands on ourselves. I suppose let's get behind cover. Glory. I want you to get behind cover as well. Couple more back there. Haha, you hit your own party member. Alright, what are we looking at here? Auto turret, thug, and another auto turret. There's Maxim, Smuggler, Dietrich, Blitz, Smuggler. Let's get over here and take out this thug. Or not. Glory, can you join me in this? Probably. Thank you, Glory. Dietrich, get into cover. And you can heal wounds, I think, on Griffin. Blitz, I want you to get into cover. I said get into cover. Now look at Dietrich. And then you can try and take out that turret. We've got enemies coming in behind us, so I want to get moving. Not really worried about member of their crew back there. They knew what they were doing. Or maybe they didn't. I don't know. Just punch this turret. Very good. Okay. Into cover over there. Glory into cover over here. You can't reach Blitz from there, but that's okay. Activate adrenal pump. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's an ability from her cyberware. Blitz, if you can move over to here. Okay, Dietrich. Nope, not Glory. Damn, okay. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Dietrich. Where am I putting you? Here, bucko. Think right here. You have Nerve Bolt now. That's nice. Give Blitz some aim accuracy. There's a lot of them back there. Alright, this cat's moving around the side. Okay, Griffin. Smuggler, and that's Maxim. Okay. We're gonna move ourselves into here, I think. For now. Glory, you can go ahead and move right there. Dietrich, move over this way. In fact, move over that way. Blitz, if you don't mind. You can use that med kit on yourself so that you don't get knocked out. Oh, the spirit turned against its shaman. Okay, nope, not the person I wanted to move. Should have been paying closer attention. Alright, we're just gonna skip the rest of your turn. Glory, get around there and teach this guy what's what with your hand raisers. Really? Blitz, go ahead and move to there and shoot at that cat. And you missed. Even with the aim boost, you've missed. Whatever. Dietrich. Get over there. If I recall correctly, that is a point of power. Water Spirit's gonna try and take out that troll. Try nothing. Maxim, you hit any of my people with a grenade, I'm gonna be real freaking angry. Alright, Spirit's taken care of. Glory, do me a favor. Dietrich, go ahead and heal yourself. Give Glory some aim accuracy. Reload your weapon. Buddy, you hit Dietrich. Okay, good. Alright. We've limited the gangers and the turrets. Let's talk to Maxim. Well, that was unpleasant. Part of the job, though, huh? You tell me. You're the big-time smuggler. I'm just hired muscle, remember? Yeah, well, trust me, it happens. I'm just glad I had you here to cover me. Always good to have a competent man on your back. He pauses. I've got to admit, Griffin, this attack has made me nervous. We're running late, we're low on ammo, and there's no time to call for reinforcements. Whichever way you slice it, we won't be going into this meet at our best. When we roll up on the meeting site, be ready. We may need the element of surprise if negotiation goes south. Agreed. That ambush was more than a little convenient. Couldn't have said it better myself. Alright. Back to the van! The courtyard of the Humanis compound is strangely quiet. The only activity you notice is the clatter of the mechanized gates as they rumble shut behind the vans. The bulldogs roll to a stop. You step out alongside Maxim and the rest of the smugglers. There are crates here. A lot of crates. All scattered in various stages of disorganization. It looks as though your delivery is just one of many that this branch of Humanis has received. The smugglers unload the cargo from their vans with practiced efficiency. The whole operation feels polished and professional, but you can tell that Maxim is nervous. You can see it in his eyes. The smugglers finish unloading the last of the crates and then take up positions around the van. Minutes pass. Nobody comes to meet you. No welcoming party. Maxim shakes his head. That's not a good sign. It's almost as if they didn't expect us to make it here. My thoughts exactly. This puts us in a bad spot, Griffin. I'm not sure what our next step is. My next step is to kick their door down and get some answers. No. We need some answers, and we need to get paid. I'm going to go have a talk with them. I just want to talk. What are you going to do? Knock on the front door? What makes you think they'll even answer? They've done a pretty good job of avoiding us so far. Leave that to me, friend. Dietrich jerks a thumb in the direction of the Humanis compound. They'll have a hard time avoiding us when I'm in there kicking down doors and lighting fires. His eyes widen. You've got to be kidding me. That's a Humanis compound, pal. You go in there, you aren't gonna come back out. Humanis doesn't scare me. I've gone up against worse. Far worse. You're not hired muscle at all, are you? You're a Shadowrunner. Here on a job. I just want us to get paid, Maxim. Let me by, and I'll make that happen. Be my guest. Go on inside. I won't try to stop you. When you make it back. If you make it back. We'll be out here waiting for you. Let's take a look at these chemicals, huh? The warning label plastered on the side of this container, judging by the amount of small print on the label, whatever's being stored in here is extremely bad news. Highly dangerous. Do not mix it. Do not take internally. Avoid contact with skin, eyes, mouth, clothing. Increases aggression and reduces impulse control when inhaled. Avoid breathing fumes or vapor. I see what they're going to do. They're going to just let that loose in a metahuman district and say, see, they're just wild animals. Never mind that everybody has been triggered into it via a drug. Alright. Let's check out this little alleyway back here before we head towards the main compound. What awaits us inside the Humanis Polyclub compound? Find out next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. I'm the Arcane Rogue, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.